What is an assessment of digital readiness? The time for businesses to put digital first has come. And if you want your digital first business to do well, you need to know what your digital maturity level is right now. How to set goals and find out what is possible. The digital maturity level of a company shows how well it can participate and do well in this digital first economy. Companies with a higher maturity level always do better financially than those with a lower maturity level on a number of measures. A digital maturity assessment can help a business that wants to move into this new digital-first world by giving one simple but important view. It helps you find your way in a digital world. Digital readiness assessment, digital readiness check, and digital maturity framework are all terms that mean the same thing. We use both of these terms the same way. As soon as you start your journey toward digital transformation, you'll have to answer two basic questions. How far along is your business when it comes to making a digital plan and going through digital transformation? Where do you go from here? In a digital age where technology continues to change the way work is done, digital transformation is a core requirement. Businesses in all industries use cutting-edge tools and third-party services to streamline and speed up daily processes. When done right, these steps work beautifully. But not every company goes through this elegant change. Companies that aren't as tech-savvy as their competitors find it hard to match their performance, efficiency, and productivity gains. There is still hope. You are not the only one on the wrong side of the digital maturity divide. Most companies know that they need to go digital, but they can't keep up with the changes. Even though these results may make you feel better, the harsh truth is that you will need to start digital transformation sooner rather than later if you don't want to be left behind by competitors who move quickly. A digital maturity assessment is the first step on your path to digital transformation. It is a great way to figure out where you are in terms of digitization and what you need to do next to become a real force in your market. The hard part. Digital structures and process elements are becoming more important in business and in your particular environment. This is changing what is expected in terms of performance and organizational structures. Given this fundamental change, it is important to figure out how a company can be optimized by figuring out how digitally ready it is and making sure it is up to date. In this way, a systematic self-assessment is just as important as comparing yourself to other companies in the same industry or with similar products. In turn, this gives the company a long-term basis for making investment decisions, which is important not only for its digital structures but also for its products and services. An in-depth digital readiness analysis must include many different dimensions and always look at digital solutions from two different points of view: management, how much change is needed, and pervasiveness, how well they work. What is digital readiness in other terms? Digital readiness is the level of readiness of the employees in an organization that is changing its technology or going digital. Digital readiness is the degree to which an organization's employees have the behavioral skills, cognitive skills, and digital skills that help them adapt to and manage the digital transformation process. It shows if the employees have the right skills to use information technology, the right behavior patterns, and the right cognitive abilities to handle the change well. Digital readiness is simply the ease with which employees and organizations can transition to digitized workflows, using software and other technology. This is where you create a digital value chain, move further up the existing one. This is a thorough assessment of your operational model through the lens of people, process, technology, and digital. The eventual goal is to streamline the way business is done and customers are served. A few things your digital readiness assessment should unearth in your business in context to what is happening in your industry and your competitors. Changing markets. New products. New business models. Continuous increase in shareholder expectations. Extraordinary service level expectations from customers. Customer delivery speed expectations rising. Competition. Disruptive startups. Social media, word of mouth gets to a new level. Independent influencers. Etc. Changing technology. Changes happen fast. Enables new competition to emerge. Enables disruptive startups. Enables global competition to enter other markets. Enables new business models. Shortens supply chains. New level or automation, surpassing human intelligence in certain areas. Inconceivable speed of data processing on relatively cheap hardware. Changing talent market. New generations have radically different attitude towards work. Rising salaries. Talent shortage, most notably in the information tech domain. Tech and business education lagging behind requirements. Soft skills of tech people are inferior. Open talent market in the Caribbean. Rising remote work due to pandemic enables global migration of talent. Startups are attractive employers. Large enterprises can afford better remuneration packages. Acquisition and retention. Digital opportunity. Digital readiness, the ability to harness new technology quickly becomes a competitive advantage. Solve problems humans have not been able to solve. Automate mundane tasks. Automate tasks you thought were impossible to automate. Harness other domains powered by digital. Find new business models. Cut costs with digital solutions. Disrupt your competition. Shorten your supply chain. Use technology to connect to your customers, even daily. Scale easily without enormous upfront investment. Experiment without investment in infrastructure. Enter other markets. Use your data in unheard of ways. Just to name a few. Your digital readiness assessment is the most important thing you will do in your digital transformation journey. One wrong input will multiply 10 times negatively in your transformation and your new business model. In other words, once the input is bad, the output would be worse, so please do not rush your assessment or take it for granted. At the end of your transformation, you want to have a digital business, and more so an anti-fragile digital business. Anti-fragility is beyond resilience or robustness. The resilient resists shocks and stays the same, the anti-fragile gets better. Nassim Nicholas Taleb, Anti-Fragile, Things That Gain from Disorder. Anti-fragility is a characteristic of systems that thrive as a result of stressors, volatility, mistakes, attacks, or failures. Anti-fragility in business. As you might have guessed, living in a way that is anti-fragile means finding ways to make the most of the chaos and disorder we will always face. People who follow anti-fragile principles are usually thinking about the long term. They don't optimize for today or tomorrow, giving up efficiency in the short term for stability in the long term. To do this, they use second-order thinking, which means they think about how their decisions will affect the future. Some things benefit from shocks, they thrive and grow when exposed to volatility, randomness, disorder, and stressors in love, adventure, risk, and uncertainty. Yet, in spite of the ubiquity of the phenomenon, there is no word for the exact opposite of fragile. Let us call it anti-fragile. Anti-fragility is beyond resilience or robustness. The resilient resists shocks and stays the same, the anti-fragile gets better. What does an anti-fragile digital business look like? Companies that are anti-fragile do more than just buy good digital tools. Also, they never stop working to get new business value from digitization by constantly improving operations. To do this, they don't just use solutions on the edge. Instead, they use a digital maturity framework to integrate digitization into core operations and reshape the whole organization to increase productivity, performance, and, in the end, produce industry-leading results. Companies can say goodbye to busy work and hello to real productivity once they have done a digital maturity assessment and successfully implemented a digital transformation strategy to become a digital business. Employees do well in a digitally enhanced work environment, and teams do their best when they have good training, useful onboarding processes, and easy-to-use tools. When it comes to collecting data, digitally mature companies use a digital readiness assessment to get better at it. These include things like how customers act, how much inventory is in stock at any given time, and how much an average order costs. With this information, these companies can make smarter, data-driven decisions that help them provide better service, cut down on or get rid of wasteful processes and practices, and get a better return on investment.